admired the most. A simple three-stage maneuver that could topple a country's government from within. The first stage was isolation. Disable their communication and transportation. Make the target as deaf, dumb, and paralyzed as possible. Setting them up for the second stage. Synchronized chaos. Terrorize them with covert attacks and misinformation. Overwhelming their defense capabilities, leaving their weapon systems vulnerable to extremists in their own military. Without a clear enemy or motive, people would start turning on each other. Done successfully, the third stage would happen on its own.
What's the third stage?
A coup d'etat. Civil war. Collapse. This program was considered the most cost-effective way to destabilize the country. Because if the target nation was dysfunctional enough, it would, in essence, do the work for you. Whoever started this wants us to finish it.
First and foremost, before I begin, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Devon to the apostles, Devon to the elders, great millstone, real well, tells us truth. Much respect to you brothers out there, just preach His word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth. Tabernacle David, Hope, Elect, and the Speckled Bird, one city, Shalom. Let's get into this lesson. It's a new movie out on Netflix. Brothers have pretty much already have done their rebuttal, their lessons on this movie. But for those that haven't seen it or haven't heard about it, it's called Leave the World Behind on Netflix. And it's at the end of the day, it's a very spiritual movie because the apostles and elders, elder bishops, and brothers on down have been telling you over and over that these are the times to come. Okay, these are the times to come. And it's going to get crazy out here. And those that have faith, that trust in the Lord, is calling upon the name of Yahweh Shai, that's doing this work in truth and sincerity, are the only ones that's going to make it, man. All right, it's going to get ugly. You know, I'm not trying to spoil the movie. There may be spoilers in this lesson. I try not to, but yeah, they shown just a little bit of it, man. You know, you go into the scriptures, you know, hey, it's gonna be crazy out here, and it was crazy then. You know, the animal migration patterns being off. You know, it just goes to show you this rulership on the Esau Edom got to go. You know, this is a plan, order out of chaos, as you see in the movie. Yahweh Ratazah, you watch it, you know, and this is pretty much in some sort way or fashion, Slakia, it's going to happen. All right. And this is the evil, wicked elites plans, man. Order out of chaos. So order out of chaos. They have the world go crazy, try to blame another nation when it's them that's doing it. And the people pretty much, you'll see, man, pretty much go after each other. It's all planned. All right. Lack of resources, lack of supplies, you know, all that humanity and laws shit is going to go out the windows in the times to come, man. Let's get this scripture real quick. Getting on the wicked elites. Like I said, this is their plans, but it's also through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah on the left-hand side controlling them. All right. Isaiah 29 and verse 15, woe, woe meaning destruction, unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord. And their works are in dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? You know, as you'll see in the movie, you know, the brother, I forget his name at the moment, but the brother, you know, he had a certain client. He was pretty much in that circle. I wouldn't say he was on the top of the list, but he's in one of them circles, you know. and these people are doing a whole bunch of things behind the scenes. They're doing a whole bunch of things to pretty much at the end of the day to get rid of you, Jake. As you've seen, y'all Ratazah, you've seen it. The bill that's being passed in New York to pretty much detain anyone from however they see or deem fit, however long they see they want to, man. That's an unrighteous decree. So yes, a lot of unrighteous decrees are being passed. This man is going against his own laws by setting up different codes and stuff like that, man. You know, how you gonna set up a law and you go against your own law? That's how you know this man got to be put out of power. All right, because when we're in power, no one's above the law. All right, and check this, we're going to keep the law perfectly. It's the other nations that's going to have to keep the law. And you best believe they're going to be backsliding. Hey, you know, me and the brothers was talking about Moab and Ammon, man. How they eat everything. Anything that moves, they eating it, man. So best believe they're gonna have a hard time in the kingdom. But anyways, getting back to the lesson. Their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us, who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. They shall, for shall the works say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? So there's recompense coming unto you for turning everything upside down. You know, here it is, you profess that this is a Bible believing country, but you go against everything that the Bible stands for. And we're seeing that clear as day. You say that you the people of the Lord, and then another breath, the Lord don't exist. You know, even the people that say that they're the people of the Lord, or the Messiah don't exist, the Messiah never came back. You know, just a whole bunch of madness showing you that these are not the people. These are not the people that should be in power. All right, they turn everything upside down. They got the woman above the man, children above the parents. Didn't they make that law, if I'm not mistaken? If your child wanted to be a transformer, and that, you know, if you wanted to stop that, that you can be put in jail for that, or they can take away your child, you know? This man got to go. So, yeah, you turning everything upside down. You know, your plans, they have everything, you know, order out of chaos, pretty much, quote unquote. You know, have the cure, have everything set up for the remedy. Yeah, you're going to be exposed, man. Going to have a lot of people go up against this man. Isaiah 47 and verse 10. For thou hast trusted in wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Hey, the eyes of the Lord are 10 times brighter than the sun. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. You have no wisdom, you have no knowledge. Scriptures speak of, you know, there's no more knowledge in Teman. Roughly paraphrasing, there's no more wisdom in Teman. The Lord took away your wisdom, all right, or whatever left that you had. Okay, because this man is making himself a target. They talking about whole genocide over there, and with the Jays, whole genocide of the people over there. What do you think that's going to do? You're going to have all the nations rise up against you, man. Matter of fact, Salakia. If I remember, I'll go ahead put some videos.
In the real world, in the realist perspective, America will be invaded. You might say it's going to take 10 years, you might say it's going to take 5 years, but I promise you it can happen in 2 years. Now, in that scenario, America can either fight to the death or surrender. There was a lot of people who were in absolute denial when I made those first prediction videos, saying that America is so powerful they could never be defeated. They're like one in like 187 or 192 countries, and 80% of the countries absolutely can't stand our guts because we've become a global terror. America is Babylon. We've done absolutely dreadful things. Just in the past, 20 years, we've killed millions of innocent civilians for imperialistic and colonialistic goals. Gaddafi in Libya was one of the greatest leaders in modern history. He was a saint to his people, and we slaughtered him in the streets because he was no longer going to purchase oil in US dollars. Amongst other things like taking care of his own people, making Africa and the Middle East strong. Anyways, we're the baddies. We're the bad guys. And people just aren't getting this. The entire world is surrounding us. We will be invaded, and we will be destroyed. And we need to be. And I'm not rooting for it in some sick nihilistic way. We are a problem. We hurt millions and millions of people every year with our policies, with our bad economics, with our greed, with our violence, with our fear and paranoia. And we can't be bargained with. When the Soviet Union fell, we made a promise we wouldn't move NATO to the east. That's all we've done since. We break all of our promises. We violate the sovereignty of any country for any reason. I mean, we did it in South America because we wanted their bananas. This isn't a joke. So here's what's going to happen next. What's happening in the Middle East? That's going to pick up really quick, and the one country that's at odds with all the other countries, let's just do the math, folks. Once that country falls, I'm not even allowed to say the name of the country because I'll be called an anti-Semite. I could literally say every other country in the world and say if they're going to win or lose a war, but if I say that country loses a war, I'll be called a name and be called a bigot. Anyways, that country's going to fall, okay? Another thing, military bases are being attacked right now. Do you understand what that means? Military bases don't get attacked. We're being surrounded right now, and there's been several attacks inside of the country from our enemies that they've tried to make you think are domestic attacks. They're not going to tell you that we're being invaded. They're not going to tell you that we're being attacked. They're not going to tell you if we're about to be nuked. America doesn't care. It's a psychopathic, rabid animal in the corner that knows it's going to lose, but does not have the decency or humility to surrender and apologize and pay for its crimes in a way where it doesn't have to go down in flames.
Up in this as well, if I remember. Y'all right this eye. These are pretty much the times that we coming into, man. But let's get back to it. Isaiah 47 and verse 11. Therefore, evil shall come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it risen. Mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. Desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. The brother pretty much said something spiritual in the movie. Y'all right this how you watch it. His client, he's like, man, there's certain things that you can't control. Yeah. This is Yahweh Shemel Shah's movie. Okay? This is his movie. And when he drops that hammer down on Esau Edom, he's not going to be able to bear it. He is not going to be able to bear it. All right, here it is. You want to throw people into cages. You want to shed the blood of the children of Israel and the other nations. So that time is coming for you to taste that and more. Job 14 and verse 5, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. You see that? There's no escaping, man. The Lord has a set time, date, and frame in which you are going to fall. And right now, we seeing you'll fall right before our very eyes, man. Jacob's trouble is going to be here before you know it. Yahweh Ratazah, we endure to the end and get saved up out of here, man. You know, not to say, you know, you can't be nervous or anything, but hey, we happy, man. We happy for this. All right, because that means the kingdom is literally around the corner. That means you're gonna have power, rulership, true joy with your children and your family, man. You know, that's coming. So yeah, you know, this man implementing order out of chaos. That pretty much that's a sign of his end, right? As him being the animal backed up in the corner. Let's get this right here too. You know, because I thought of this scripture and some more. Us blowing that trumpet. Because you had the little girl, you know, pretty much in the beginning of the movie telling you, well, she saw a boat, the oil rig, and it was coming to the beach. And she was like, man, this is, if I'm not mistaken, it was her. It's like, man, this boat is coming in, man. Just roughly paraphrasing what she said. You know, and people looking and not believing her. You know, that's pretty much how we are in this truth. We telling the children of Israel and you other nations as well. Death, hell, and destruction is coming, man. For you Jakes out there, if you do not take heed, you're not going to get that protection. You know, and that's our job as watchmen to blow that trumpet. Okay, we warning y'all. We telling you. And the Lord is showing you signs. All right, you got a whole bunch of people, whether it's Jake or these other nations. All right, World War III is on their minds. And they seeing the signs. But a lot of, you know, the 2/3 of our people, they still not going to take heed. The Lord is showing you signs and you still not going to take heed. So just like that boat that ran up on the beach, you know, and you had a lot of people at the last minute wanting to run away. You know, that's what's going to happen to a lot of people, man. You're going to wait till the last minute to then try to turn to the Lord. No, it don't work like that, man. All right. That pretty much shows the sealing of the elect. And whoever's going to make it, man. All right. You don't wait till the last minute to start to call upon the Lord. It don't work that way. 2 Ezra 15 verse 1, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, save the Lord Yahweh Bashmel Shah. You see that? The words that I put in thy mouth. So we're not saying anything on our own accord. It's going according to the scriptures. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmel Shah, we teaching what is taught. All right? Breaking down the scriptures right. Okay? And we telling y'all, hey, it's coming as we read. And calls on to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. It's faithful and true. All right? Just like this movie, showing just a little, I say just a little depiction of what's going to happen in Jacob's trouble. You know, Yahweh Ratazah, I may have it in here, I may not. I know it's in 2 Ezra 6. Friends shall fight as enemies, just roughly paraphrasing. All right, because you had that one cat, you know, one Jake. He knew this one Jake that was a Slakia, appeared to be Edomite. And he knew this one Edomite that was a prepper. And shoot, he was about to fire his ass, man. He was like, man, I've known you forever. Hey, friends is going to fight like enemies in that day, man. All right. When push comes to shove, when your stomach is touching your back, man, hey, you're going to see the worst in these people, man. You're going to see the worst in these people. You're going to see them go crazy. They don't care, man. That's what's going to happen. That animal instinct is going to be shown in these people, man. So that's why we need a covering of the Lord Yahweh Bashmel Shah. Verse 3, fear not the imaginations against thee, Let not the incredulity, unbelief of them trouble thee that speak against thee. All right. So, yeah. So, what if they don't believe? You got to remember you're building your spiritual ark. Just like the people didn't believe Noah, there's nothing new under the sun. The people's not going to believe us, and they're going to wait till the last moment to then try to get this truth, or when all hell breaks down, to then try to get some sort of understanding of what's going on. Was going to be too late. We're not going to give it to them, man. As you will see right here, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. You see that? Lord ain't playing. You want to play around with the Lord? You don't want to trust and believe what the Lord has sent down to you? All right? Through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bashim El Shah, through the mouth of his prophets. You don't want to take heed? Yeah, you're going to die, man. It's not going to be a pretty death for a lot of these people, man. Verse 5, behold, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim El Shah, will bring plagues upon the world. Check this, a sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's what we telling you people. That's coming. And if you're not in the covering of Yahweh Bashim El Shah, and hey, don't be surprised you're going to eat all of that, man. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. As you read in First Maccabees. When the Edomites came into power, Alexander the Great and his 4 generals, when they came into power, wickedness, man, was exceedingly great, man. More evils came upon the earth when this so-called white man came into power. All right? And we seeing it, man. How this man moves, making up plagues, locking down people, man. Lying that he's the people. All right? Saying that the Lord don't exist. Hey, just side note, another way how you can prove the Lord exists, the Lord has a signature. Just like just like an artist will have a signature. The Lord has a signature, man. And you can see that all throughout nature. The Lord signing his signature, man. And go look that up. All right, but anyways, getting back to it. Yeah. Wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. So yeah, y'all gonna get recompense, man. As we read right here in Jeremiah 30 and verse 5 about Jacob's trouble. For thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, not of peace. Ask ye now and see, slacky, before I get back into that. Because you have these pastors, man, as you read in Jeremiah 23, all right, they got death, hell, and destruction coming unto them as well. All right, because you got these pastors preaching that y'all just gonna get beamed up, that y'all do not have to endure hardness as a good soldier. No, it don't work that way, man. Scripture speak of Jezreel wax fat, man. Lord's not just gonna throw us the kingdom. We gotta work for this, man. We gotta play our part in this movie. Hey, the action-packed part of the movie is about to commence, man. You're gonna see a lot of these people fold in that day, man. But let's get back to it. Ask ye now and see whether a man, all right, check this, a man does travail with trial. Wherefore I do see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces turn into paleness. You see, men are going to be out here crying like little babies, man. Like little babies. So how much more the women and children, man? All right, but check this. Alas, for that day is great, so that is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. You see that? So, yeah, you got to go through it as well. But the Lord's going to deliver you out of this trouble, man. Lord going to send his angels. Lord going to give you provision, protection. All right. And you're going to have a sound mind in that day, man. Yahweh, you're going to keep your eyes on the prize. You're not going to fold. These other people, they're going to fold. They're going to be out here crying, wishing that they took heed, asking for answers. No, they're not going to get it, man. But I had some more scriptures. I'm going to have to close out. But I'm going to get this in Jeremiah 30 and verse 23. All right, getting on you wicked elites. Because once again, this is pretty much y'all playing. And Lord says in the book of Job, he shall rain upon them while he is eating. Okay? So when he's pretty much setting up his chipping stations, pretty much getting the masses with the MOTB, yeah, the Lord, hey, this man is not going to be able to enjoy his kingdom. We're seeing this already happening with the American dollar is just through, man. Just through. Everything is about to go digital. That's why you're seeing these banks all mess up, closing off their branches, people's bank accounts being closed out of nowhere. That's this man MO. But anyways, let's get it. Jeremiah 30 verse 23. Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah goeth forth with fury, a continually whirlwind. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. You see that? So you want to put the whole world in a cage? You're going to be put in a cage. You're going to feel that pain, man. You're going to be brought through hell. Verse 24, the fierce anger of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah shall not return until he have done it. Hey, you going to feel the whole wrath of the Lord, man. You going to get that belt, man. As little children, we will run from our Father. But hey, it's only so long you can run before he catches you. And that's what the Lord's going to do. He's going to give you that ass whooping, man. And until he have performed the intents of his heart, in a lot of days ye shall consider it. You see, until he have performed the intents of his heart, man. And the Lord said his ways are higher than our ways. All right? So we can't even fathom. At this point in time, we can't even fathom how much hell that the Lord is about to bring upon this man Esau Edom. All right? The Lord said, give unto these people double. All right? So yeah, you wanna implement these unrighteous decrees. You want to have the people go against each other. You want to blame these other nations, which at the end of the day, when you watch the movie, at the end of the day, all the nations going to gang up among you. And you will be burnt. The whore will be burnt, man. All right? So Lord willing is edifying. Shalom.